Bismillah. Okay, let's start here. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa amma ba'd. Okay, the topic that we are going through, we haven't completed the previous one. It says Bayul Asiri, selling of the fruit juices, and selling of grapes was the ruling. Wa alatillahu, and the musical instruments of amusement. And what is the ruling of dealing with someone whose income is mixed, meaning something is from halal and something is from haram. So these are the topics, and we have taken quite a bit in, but one third almost is remaining from this chapter. So let's go ahead. Yes, read Ali from the page number 89. And say فكل امرئ لا يستقل بأمره فسن لنا سبل التعاون فاهتدي.
فكل امرئ لا يستقل بأمره فسن لنا سبل التعاون فاهتدي. فطورا بتوكيل وطورا بأجرة معينة في فعل شيء مقيد. وطورا أباح الجهل عند
تعذر
التعين.
وطورا أباح الجهل عند تعذر التعين أو تعيين سوري. ومن هذا المضاربة أودودي. Okay, let's start. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So he's saying for kullum rain. Before he talked about the rulings of transaction, meaning the business rulings, selling and buying, and he said, meaning yes, human beings' affairs cannot be proper without, meaning if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or the Sharia would not have made business halal, then it would have caused a lot of problem. Meaning you have money, but you want to buy something. If the business, let's say, had made haram, then the life would have been really difficult. So he talked about this issue, and then he's saying, فَكُلُّ امْرِئٍ لَا يَسْتَقِلُّ بِأَمْرِهِ, meaning no one can, لَا يَسْتَقِلُّ بِأَمْرِهِ, no one can be dependent with respect to his affairs. Meaning no one can be self-sufficient with respect to his affairs. Everyone needs other people. Okay, sometimes, yes, you have money, you want to build a house. You don't know how to build. Okay, then you need to hire some builder, some worker who work for you, and you pay their wages. So they benefit from the work and the money that they make, and you benefit what you wanted. So that's what he's saying, كُلُّ امْرِئٍ لَا يَسْتَقِلُّ بِأَمْرِهِ. No one is self-sufficient. Everyone needs the service of other people. فَسَنَّ لَنَا سُبُلَ التَّعَاوُنِ فَاهْتَدِي. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had legislated سُبُلَ التَّعَاوُنِ, the ways of cooperating with each other. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has legislated the means of cooperation, as long as they are built upon righteousness, upon helping one another, and there is no sin involved, then ta'awun is fine. Ta'awun al-birri wa taqwa, help one another in acts of righteousness and taqwa, and don't be part or don't cooperate with each other in matters of sin. So that's what he's saying, that it is necessary. Otherwise the life would have been really difficult and hard. You have to cooperate with each other. You have to take the service of each other. فَتَوْرًا بِتَوْكِيلٍ وَتَوْرًا بِأُجْرَةٍ. Sometimes you have to appoint someone to act on your behalf. That is called wakil. Okay, so wakala is also fine. Either paid or sometimes unpaid, voluntary as well. For example, you have to buy something, you don't have time. You can ask your friend that, look, you're going market, can you buy this thing for me? Okay, sometimes some people may ask money. They say, look, you want to do this, I'm not going to do for free, you have to pay me. That's fine. Either voluntary, that's called wakala, asking someone to act on your behalf. Okay, Prophet ﷺ, on number of occasions, he sought help of many people. For example, those who were going to collect the zakah, obviously they were doing on behalf of Prophet ﷺ, on behalf of the Ummah. Okay, everyone cannot do all the things that he needs. So he needs help of other people. And on one occasion, Prophet ﷺ gave two dinar, if I'm not wrong, to one companion, and he said, go buy an animal for Uzhiyah, meaning the Eid al-Adha was around the corner. So he gave the money, he said, go buy one Udhiyah. And look, the companion was clever as well. So he went to the market and he bought two Udhiyah for 2 dinar. He meant to buy one, but he bargained, and instead of buying one, he bought 2. And then he sold one, one for 2 dinar. So he bought 2 dinar and bought Udhiyah to the Prophet ﷺ. See, that is the barakah of business. Okay, so Prophet ﷺ gave 2 dinar and said, buy an Udhiyah and bring. He bought an Udhiyah and bought 2 dinar back. How he did, like I mentioned to you, he bought two sheep, I think it was 2 rams or something, and then sold one for 2 dinar. So in business, yes, so he might have bought for, let's say, 1 dinar or something, and he sold it for 2. So he bought the money back, the whole money that was given, and then Prophet ﷺ made dua for him. So there are many examples where Prophet ﷺ asked someone or appointed a wakil to act on his behalf. That is called wakala. And wakil can act free, voluntary, and can be paid as well. Okay, وَتَوْرًا بِأُجْرَةٍ, and sometimes you have to hire someone. Watauran means sometime, on some occasions, you may need to hire someone. Okay, what's the difference between wakil and, okay, this is not wakil, you're hiring someone to do some work for you. Employee, a worker. For example, you need to get your house refurbished or something. You got money, but you don't know how to do it, and you have other issues. Okay, مُعَيَّنَةٍ فِي فِيرِ شَيْءٍ مُقَيِّدٍ. This tawqil and this hiring should be in a fixed, meaning in a fixed manner. Everything should be clear. How much the work is required and how much you are going to pay. And what, meaning if you are appointing someone wakil to behalf, what is the task that he is meant to deliver, and how much money he is going to be paid, or whether it is voluntary. That's what I am saying. مُعَيَّنَةٍ فِي فِعْلِ شَيْءٍ مُقَيِّدٍ. Everything need to be clear. Why it is need to be clear? Because if there is ambiguity, it will lead to dispute later on. He may be expecting that he will be paid this much money. At the end of the day, you may pay him far less than what he was expecting. So it is good that every terms and conditions are absolutely clear. That's what he's saying. بِأُجْرَةٍ مُعَيَّنَةٍ فِي فِعْلِ شَيْءٍ مُقَيِّدٍ. What is required to do from him and how much money he's going to get. Okay, yes. Oh, beautiful story coming to my mind. Imam Shafi rahimahullah, one of the famous scholars and one of those 4 imams. And obviously he is called Nasir Sunnah. His title is Nasir Sunnah, being the defender or the helper or establisher of the Sunnah. And the title of Imam Ahmad is Imam Ahli Sunnah. And the title of Imam Malik is Imam Daril Hijrah. He's Imam of the place of the Hijrah, where Prophet ﷺ migrated to Medina. And Imam Hanifa is obviously, he's known for his fiqh. His expertise lies in fiqh. Okay, so Imam Shafi, one of his expertise or one of his field in which he excelled is al-farasa. Farasa is a specific knowledge. Okay, it talks about that if someone's eyes are like this, it indicates that he will be possessing certain or specific characteristics. If someone is what we say, forehead is what we say, bain. Bain means sometimes you find the forehead is more apparent, okay, and more wider. So it is indicative that this person will be either mean or meaning. I'm just giving you example. So he was well known, or he had very interest in this subject. So where we are going? Yes, everything should be clear. Okay, from there I'm coming to the story. So he went to Yemen in order to learn this knowledge and become expert. Okay, so he met some scholars who were, this is called ilmul farasa, meaning by looking the face and the features of the face, you make a prediction. Not necessarily that it can be 100% every time, but most of the time, if the knowledge has been taken from the proper sources, most of the time they come true. So he went, he learned, and he gathered the knowledge and books, and was very happy. And coming back after spending some time in Yemen, he was coming back to Makkah. And look what happened. In his journey back to his home, he had to encamp, meaning he had to stay during the night time. So there was a village, and he came across to a person, apparently behaving very polite, in a very respectful way. So Imam said, look, I'm a musafir means I'm a stranger, I need accommodation. He said, you are more than welcome. And then he provided accommodation, looked after him properly, looked after his horse, and provided food for him, and hot water for Imam to do wudu, meaning he was excellent in hospitality. Excellent, more than what is required. And Imam was confused. Here's the point, Imam was confused. Why he was confused? The features of his face were telling something different. The features of his face was indicating something absolutely opposite to what he was doing and offering. Meaning the knowledge that he's acquired was saying that if the eyes are this and if the forehead are though, he will be very mean and very cunning and very all of those features that he had, physical features, were indicating that he's a evil person or mean person or something. But here he was being generous with him, looking after him, providing hot water, food, and bed, and he provided grass for his horse, and so on and so forth. Okay, then Imam was thinking, I wasted my time. I wasted my time learning the ilmul farasa. Here ilmul farasa is saying something different about this guy, but his behavior is absolutely opposite. Okay, and look what happened. Here comes the ilmul farasa. So in the morning he was about to leave because he was in his way to Makkah. So he said, look, no, I have to leave. And yes, he came sending him off. Then he said, at the end, he said, when he was about to depart, he said, okay, when you come to Makkah, ask people about me. Ask people about Imam Shafi. Okay? So when you come, I will return the favor. You have been absolutely, absolutely good, and your hospitality, everything was excellent, and so on and so forth. So when you come to Makkah, ask me and I will return the favor. He said, do it. Okay, now he started showing his true color. He said, Subhanallah, you think I was your slave to do for free? You think that I was your slave? Or your father or forefather has done anything favor, so is returning? Meaning he was saying, I can't wait until I get the favors back to come Makkah. You have to pay me now. Do you think I was your slave looking after you, and so on and so forth? So Imam said, how much? So he said, okay, for the food, 2 dirham. For that one, 2 dirham. For the bed extra, I put 2 dirham. And he charged him for everything that he did. Imam said, yes, that's fine, here's your money, and you have done a favor. Actually, you have done favor from other angle. He started doubting about the knowledge that he learned. Okay, so where we came, yes, because nothing was discussed prior to his stay. He was thinking as a stranger, and yes, the guy is helping him, and that is customary, that is required as well. That is required. If a stranger come, we've been told to look after the stranger, or look after the visitor. Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir falyukrim dayfahu. So Imam Shafi was taking from that angle, and that guy was making business. So he charged for each thing, for the grass, for the hot water, for 2 dirham, for this, 3 dirham, for that, for everything. And then Imam said, okay, take your money. Even though you have taken, but still you helped me. Help me in the sense that he was losing his faith and thinking that he had wasted time learning ilmul farasa. Because all those things that he could see in the man, negative ones. But his behavior was opposite. At the end, he showed his true colors. Astaghfirullah. Okay, so we are saying that make things clear from the very beginning. Either you are doing voluntary or you want to charge. If everything is clearly discussed in the beginning, it won't create problem. Okay, let's move ahead. وَتَوْرًا أَبَاهَ الْجَهْلَ إِنْدَ تَعَذُّرِ التَّعَيُّنِ. So he said when you are appointing someone, how do you call wakil? Abu Bashir, what's the word for wakil in English? Hamza? Huh? Not advocate, agent. Okay, agent acting on your behalf. Okay. So we said that the wakil need to be clear, and the person that you're hiring for work, meaning what work he is meant to do and how much wages he will be paid, everything should be clear. Now he's saying, Abah al-Jahla. In some cases, ambiguity is allowed. In the business also, we've been told that bayul gharar, okay, there is some type of transaction that have been made haram. What type of transaction that have been business have been made haram, where ambiguity is involved? For example, you say, I'm selling the baby in the tummy of this camel for this and that. Okay, he may be expecting she camel, okay, and he may be expecting one or two, and it may turn out a disabled or male camel, so on and so forth. So this type of buy is called bayul gharar, because of the ambiguity and because of the yes, mean there's no clarity. You may be expecting something and you may end up getting something else. So here he's saying that some sort of, meaning jahl, meaning ambiguity to certain level is fine, it is allowed. In the ta'azuri time, if you cannot make everything absolutely clear, then yes, with some ambiguity, the business dealing is fine. Okay, let me give you an example. For example, when you are selling fruits, like pomegranate, or even the watermelon also, okay, sometimes you buy and you cut and you find the ice not good or not and not sweet, or sometimes they are not in a usable condition also. Okay, here the ambiguity is involved. Like the onion when you buy, okay, they have layers also. When you cut, you find the inside one is rotten or bad. So how come this type of transaction is halal? Because you cannot avoid. You cannot avoid. These are minor ones, and what we say, and it is rare that you get what you don't expect. I mean, generally speaking, when you buy a pomegranate which is fine from outside or watermelon, generally speaking, they are good. So that's what he's saying. Abah al-Jahla in the ta'azuri ta'ayyun, meaning when you cannot make everything clear and it is hard, then Sharia has allowed this type of ambiguity and the business transaction has been made okay. وَمِنْ هَذَا الْمُضَارَبَ أُدُدِ. And from this type, where the ambiguity is overlooked, is the mudaraba. What is the word in English for mudaraba? When you do business in shares. For example, you are providing money, another person is doing business, and the profit is divided between you two. Okay? How do you say?
No, sorry, partnership.
Partnership, or yes, business based upon shares.
Shareholders.
Okay, so investment. Okay, one person is providing money, another person is working or doing business. Here also some sort of ambiguity and what we say is involved. For example, you are giving him money, yes, and he is expecting that he will make money. He may end up making no money after a month of work or so, and you are expecting that you will get some share of profit, and you end up getting nothing. Okay, even though the result is not clear, but still it has been allowed. Mudarba, this is called mudarba, is fine. All is required is that how much of the percentage of the share is divided should be cleared. Okay, most of the time 50-50, 60-40, whatever. That should be agreed upon and should be made clear. Okay, إليه انتهى الأسباب في كل كائن ومنه جميع الأمر ينهي ويبتدي. He's saying it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To him all the asbab, all the means go back. Meaning we are told to take the means. We are told to adopt the means, take the means. Even it is business or any other thing. Or you are looking for job, yes, you have to take the necessary means. And taking the necessary means, but at the same time relying upon Allah. So the tawakkul is a combination of both. Okay, abandoning means and saying that I have tawakkul on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's also wrong. That's also wrong. You sit in your home and say if the job is written, it will come to me. No. You have to prepare CV, you have to go and face the interview and so on and so forth. And if you are concerned about the means and the concept of relying upon Allah is not there, that's also wrong. Is it clear now? You go to the doctor, for example, to get diagnosed and so, but your trusting or your faith is, or your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who will guide him to diagnose you properly and prescribe you the medicine. Many times they diagnose wrong and prescribe you medicine, they make your condition even worse. Okay, I saw a man passed away, may Allah forgive him. He was mentally disabled. He was mentally disabled. Only 15-20%. He could speak and he could answer, but 80% he was not normal. I asked his dad, dad also passed away long ago. I said, what happened? Was he born? He said he was absolutely fine. He was absolutely fine at the age of, until the age of 10 or 11, and he fell sick, and the temperature was high. So it was in India. Okay, so the doctor diagnosed it, what we say, dimaghi bukhar. Dimaghi bukhar is, yes, the temperature is in the brain. Okay, and then he prescribed some strong medicine also. It made him go mad or crazy, or he became mentally disabled after that. Yes, and I know someone here as well, a lady. She was also fine, as Dad was saying, and again same problem. She was suffering from temperature also for a number of days, and the doctor said, okay, it is the temperature is in the brain or something, and giving the medicine to cool. And yes, as a result, she lost her, and now she's completely disabled. Disabled in the sense that she can speak, but no understanding, nothing. Okay, anyway, so that's why we've been told to take it, but rely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These doctors, sometimes they make things bad to us, na'uzubillah. Okay, وَمِنْهُ جَمِيلُ الْأَمْرِ يُنْهِي وَيَبْتَدِي, and to Allah belongs all the matters. Okay, the beginning of the matters and the end of the issues and matters. So have trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while you seek the means. And remember the story, the hadith, some people came and they said, O Messenger of Allah, can we tie the the camel, and join the jama'ah, or leave it and have tawakkul? Okay, yes, Prophet ﷺ said, no, tie and then have faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that when you go back after the prayer, you will find your camel. And Umar radhiyallahu anhu came across to some Hujjaj from the Yemen. They had no provision also. No provision and no means. Then Umar radhiyallahu anhu asked, what happened? How come you're coming from Yemen and you have no money and no provision? They said, we have tawakkul in Allah. And what did Umar say? He said, no, you're not mutawakkilin, rather you are mutawakkilin, meaning your tawakkul is fake one, not the proper one. It is a fake tawakkul. Yes. And there is an ayah as well. What is the word? Zad. This ayah in the Quran says that take your zad. وَخَيْرُ الزَّادِ التَّقْوَى وَتَزَوَّدُوا. Yeah, وَتَزَوَّدُوا. When you're traveling, take your means, take your provision. وَتَزَوَّدُوا. And the best provision is the taqwa. Okay, let's move ahead. يعلق أتماع الأنام بمكسب له يركبون الهول في كل مقصد. And now the author is saying that look, the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, يعلق أتماع الأنام بمكسب, meaning he has created the desire for the wealth in human being. Meaning the desire for wealth and to become rich is a natural. Okay, some people get crazy, which is wrong, but the love for the wealth is, to certain extent, is natural. And yes, وَتُحِبُّونَ الْمَالَ حُبًّا جَمًّا. And وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. Okay, what is wrong when the love goes extreme? So what he's saying that look, the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, يُعَلِّقُ أَتْمَعَ الْأَنَامِ بِمَكْسَبٍ, meaning people have greed and people love to make money and to get something. لَهُ يَرْكَبُونَ الْهَوْلَ فِي كُلِّ مَا. And because of this, they are ready to face the challenges. Okay, if someone would say, go and travel on the boat or so, other side of the river, other side of the sea or lake, no one will do so. Unless you think that you will get a better job, you will get a work there, and no one would be ready to take any risk or so. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put the love for the money also, the love for the wealth. That's why they sacrifice the time. Does anyone want to leave home early in the morning, 8 o'clock, and come back 6, 7? No, you want to take rest. Human beings are created that way. If the love of the wealth and the sense of the responsibility is not there, no one would do any work or any job. So that's what he's saying. يُعَلِّقُ أَتْمَعَ الْأَنَامِ بِمَكْسَبٍ لَهُ يَرْكَبُونَ الْهَوْلَ فِي كُلِّ. And that's why they're ready to take risk as well. Even traveling on the plane, for example, may Allah, we ask well-being from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, risk is involved. Okay? But because you want to get the job done, or you want to, yes, you have a meeting or you have a interview, or yes, you need to meet someone. So that's what he's saying. It is the love to get a job or love for the money that a person works hard and takes the risk as well. يهون على هذا اقتحام بنفسه وهذا بمال رغبة في التزود. Meaning because of the wealth and because of the what we say, the desire to increase your wealth, a person is ready to take risk. If that desire is taken out, as I mentioned, no one will be ready to work. No one wants to work. Let's say if there's no the desire of the wealth and financial stability and the sense of responsibility, if all these things are taken, okay, the affairs of the human being will not be proper. No one would get up and struggle and work hard and leave his home and work 7-8 hours every day. Okay, and then he's saying لياتي بأرزاق يعز حصولها إلى عاجز عنها ذجين بمرقدي. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put love or mercy in human's heart as well. Sometimes you are bringing provision and you are helping someone who is weak or who is disabled or so. For example, the father who is bringing money and working, why he's doing so? Because of the love that is placed for him in his heart for his children and for his dependent. If this love and sense of responsibility, as I said, is taken away, then you won't be able to work hard or to face the challenges of struggle. And sometimes, yes, you are working, why? Because someone is disabled or your neighbor cannot work. So you want to help him financially. And Shaykh Salih Fawzan mentioned that it's not only in the human being, even in the animals, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put the mercy. That's why you find the birds, for example, the mother bird and the father figure, they go and they feel that, meaning, yes, they eat something for themselves and they bring something for the young ones. And some scholars have mentioned a beautiful story saying that there was a snake, okay, but he was blind, maybe born blind or so. So a bird used to bring some food and put in his mouth. Yes, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given the understanding to the bird. I mean, bird and snake are opposite to each other, okay, but because it was completely disabled or blind, so she used to bring and feed, look after. That's what he's saying. لَيَاتِ بِأَرْزَاقٍ يَيْزُ حُسُولُهَا إِلَىٰ آجِزٍ فَسُبْحَانَ مَنْ أَبْدَى فَأَتْقَنَ سُنَهُ. Meaning glorified to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has created and He has perfected His creation. وَجَلَّ تَعَالَى أَنْ أَبَاتِيلِ مُلْهِدِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is far above than the batil things or the wrong things the mulhid and the atheist attribute to Him, to the Creator. For example, they say, why is this? Why God is allowing this to happen? And so on and so forth. Why He cannot make everyone rich? If everyone is rich and had got money, no one will be ready to work for the other person. Let's say everyone got enough money or gold or silver, and you need some work to be done. Do you find any worker? No. No one will be ready to work or refurbish your home because everyone has got money or gold and silver. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made some people rich and some people poor. And to see as well whether the rich are helping the poor or not. It is the disbeliever who say, if Allah willed, He could have made him rich. Yes, if Allah willed, He could have made everyone rich. But He made the fact that He made some people rich in the society and some people poor to test each other, whether the rich person is helping the poor in the society or not, and whether the poor is being patient or not. Okay, now he's saying, وَلَيْسَ بِمَحْذُورٍ أَتَايَ مُلُوكِنَا. What mahzur means? Mamnu. Ataya mulukina. Meaning if the people in authority and power, if they give you some hadaya, okay, or if they legislate that everyone should get these benefits or those benefits, there's nothing wrong in taking. There's nothing wrong. Okay, especially in this country because you are paying tax and insurance. Okay, don't lie and make claim. Yes, don't lie and make false claim or so. But if you are eligible for something, take. And the more so if the people in authority are Muslims. Because some of the companions, Abdullah ibn Umar and some other, they used to accept the gifts given to them by Khulafa. Some of them would not, but some of the companions, they did. Okay, the ruling is that you don't launch for it. Okay, don't look towards the Khulafa and rich people hoping that they will give you some favors or give you gifts or so. But let's say without you harboring the hope or so something coming to you, take it. Like there's a hadith as well. Umar Raziyallahu anhu was given some money from the zakat because he was appointed to collect the. He said, "O Messenger of Allah, give it to people who are more needy than me." Then Prophet ﷺ said, "Look, you're not asking. If anything comes to you without asking and without harboring hope, take it and use it. And obviously, and from that you can give something in charity as well." So that's why he's saying, "Laysa bimahdurin ataya mulukina faqad qabilu minhum sahabatu ahmada." Some of the companions have accepted. Okay, but what's the point I have mentioned? Don't look for or don't have have hope as well. If something is coming without you expecting or asking, take and use for yourself, and spend something on your friends and poor people as well. وَقَدْ عَامَلَ الْمُخْتَارُ بَعْدَ الْيَهُودِ يَا فَتَى وَأَكَلَ لَمَّا دَعُوهُ فَقَلِّدِ. Okay, what about dealing with disbelieving people like Yahud and Nasara, so on and so forth, doing business with them? Anything wrong? No. Nothing wrong. Prophets, even Yahud. For example, if there is a shop and his grocery shop is selling something, and it is halal, you give the money and buy. And Prophet ﷺ did business with those people. Okay, and in the Quran we have been told that those disbelievers who are not fighting you on account of your religion, not expelling you from your homes, okay, and not showing animosity because of the religion, then be just with them. That's not muwalat. In the worldly affairs, treat them fairly, and selling and buying, that's part of fair treatment. There's nothing wrong. Prophet ﷺ used to accept the hadayah as well sometime. And you remember the lady, Jewish lady who bought some food and it was mixed with poison or something. And Prophet ﷺ put some, and the Jibreel came and said, no, don't swallow, don't take it. In the same way, وَأَكَلَ لَمَّا دَوْا, and Prophet ﷺ ate the food when he was being invited with those people, even though the fact that they used to deal with riba. Okay, it's been mentioned in the Quran, أَكَّالُونَ لِلسُّهْدِ وَأَكْلِهِمُ الرِّبَا وَقَدْ نُهُوا عَنْهُ. Meaning riba was made haram, but still they were involved in the riba. Okay, so what's the ruling? From here we can derive the ruling that if someone's income is mixed one, we talked about this issue, mixed one, halal and haram, and if he's inviting or giving you some food as a gift, eat it. There's nothing wrong. Okay, unless you know that someone total income is from illegal, he's running a bar or something, all the money that he's making through those, don't. Okay, another situation is if someone is inviting you or giving you something specific, you know that this specific thing was obtained by illegal means or illegal dealings or illegal way, then don't accept as well. For example, you know that someone has been given a baby sheep, let's say, as a bribery, as a rishwa, and he is giving the sheep to you as a gift or so, and you already know that this is has not been obtained through legal way, then don't accept. وَمَنْ يَتَصَدَّقُ أَوْ يُرَدُّ كَمُبْهَمِ الْحَرَامِ لَدَيْهِ هَلَّ بَاقِهِ فَشَدِي. And if someone is giving something in charity, if this type of person giving something in charity, okay, helping you in building a mosque or acquire land or so, are you allowed to take? Being someone whose income is mixed, like Jews or even kuffar or so, or Muslims, it's fine. It's okay, because you're not sure that the money that he's giving in charity is exactly from the haram, because it is mixed. Okay, so here Sharia has made things easier for us. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have made it haram if He willed.
Sheikh, Allah for Hajj. I'd like to use that for Hajj as well.
Okay, Hajj is different. We are saying, what about can we use the gift if it is coming from those people whose income is mixed, or can we do business with them? Okay, as for the Hajj, that is different. For the Hajj, you should try to use the halal money, not the haram one.
But that's doing business, isn't it? Like, for example, if you're selling a product and somebody pays you for that product, that's not classified as doing business. That's like selling, isn't it? Because people may have income from mixed sources, but what you're selling is a halal product.
You're halal for it, and they're buying from you.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, that's fine, because you're taking money for the product that you are selling,
That is halal.
and you can buy from them as well.
Yeah.
And how they acquired those goods, we don't have to go. You're giving money and you're taking the goods in return. Okay, so sadaqah is also fine. Meaning some people whose income is mixed, if they are giving sadaqah, that's fine. Prophet ﷺ accepted when the Kaaba was being built. Yes, this is the Quraysh people who came up with the money that was used is of them. Okay, so that is the fatwa. Unless you know that what he is giving, £100, is the money that he made through gambling, let's say. Let's say he was there and he made the money and now he's coming giving exactly the same 100 pound that he made there, don't take.
That's the famous story, isn't it, when a lottery winner tried to give money to his local mosque up in Bradford or somewhere, and they said, no, sorry,
We can't take.
we can't take any single
Yeah.
penny.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that is absolutely good.
That's
And you should have faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He will provide you the means. Sometime, yes, Saif and Bashir and those, sometime our iman is weak. We say, oh, if we can't deal with these people, we can't be friendly, we can't this, we can't, let's compromise this, let's compromise that. No. I mean, yes, you promote the true Islam with hikmah, but there's no need to compromise your aqidah or manhaj or so, because you think that, yes, you won't be able to raise charity, you won't be able to raise money. Allah will provide. Sometimes there is test, it may be delay or maybe late or so, but if you show strength of sincerity in iman, it will come. The means will come, sooner or later. Okay, we stop here. The next chapter is starting, which is about فيما يجوز لبسه, meaning, yes, what is the ruling regarding the jewelry made of gold or silver for men, and the ruling regarding the usage of a ring, وحكم أواني الذهب والفضة, and the, how do you say, utensils made of gold and silver was the ruling. حقوق الوالدين, disobedience of parents, وإيتاء الطريق حقه, and give the path its right. Okay, so many issues are there in one chapter. So inshallah, we are heading towards the end. Let's see, it may take a couple of weeks to finish.
Yeah, we've got about 10 pages left now, isn't it?
3 chapters.
Huh?
3 chapters.
See, but those are big ones.
Yeah, that-
We are in 90 and 110, 20 pages almost.
But after 100, there is no.
Nothing, huh?
There's
Okay,
nothing.
so let's say 10 pages.
So it's just 11.
Okay, and then Ramzan is coming. After Ramzan, we'll decide to start some other books. But the number is going down, Abu Bashir and Saif and so on and so forth. I mean, the number of
Reminds me
attendees.
That story you said about a class where there was only one student left, and when they finished.
I mean, I don't mind,
Are
eh?
you going to give us more than an apple, though?
I mean, I don't mind, but it will. But that should not be used as an excuse for us being lazy and.
We're gaining benefit. Yeah.
Allahumma salli ala
I'm happy unless people want to speed things up.